And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns. This will be fielded at the 8. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Bang ill! Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Scarlett. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Browns nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Mike 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll run on 1st down. McQueen. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I got him.
Now a give, right side. McQueen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch the pass.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Bang Hill. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Out of the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, McQueen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Go.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a clean.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Now.
Jones on first down. Oh, good move. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Jones. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
From the 45 on second down, Newton. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Anything moves, we hit it.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Check, 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 check.
Gun, gun, gun.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Cam's going to run the option right. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Newton to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. 53.
Coming to you, coming to you.
53's the Mike. 53, check 53.
They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's get off the field.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
On 1st down, McQueen. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, McQueen. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Hey, foxtrot. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones going deep downfield for... This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Stop your whining.
To throw again on second down, Newton.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
Strong right.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
Out. Look, squeeze.
Check 26, check 26.
Go.
Jones now. A final shot before break. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike to 59.
Rip left.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Let's go, baby.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
First down. First and 10.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They run on first down with Jackson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. Watch the backer.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. McQueen, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get him.
They'll try the left side. McQueen, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12.
Yo!
Hey, Charlie!
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Here we go on second and 12. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's third down.
Down. 50, plant.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Hit it.
Watch the flood. Motion.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 yards.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Gano the extra point, and they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Watch the run.
On the ball. Shoot.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Jones now
18,
nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's first and 10.
Bravo.
From the gun, Jones.
I'm going to come back to you.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
High 7.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Back to throw. Jones. Finding room inside the 40. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, baby.
Just... Jackson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 40 now on second down. Newton looking long for Tom. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. McQueen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Jones operating from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Newton now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On 1st down, McQueen. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Focus, defense, focus.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Gets this one to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run again with Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, McQueen. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.